Winners! Finals in Group D of the Open Qualifier Prelims. Chaemiko versus HuG. Orc versus Human. Korea versus China. Chaemiko, man, good run in the MTW Qualifier. Made it to Berlin. Will be one of the 8 players that we have in the first European offline event since 2015. And now, one best of 3 away from the second stage of the group stage here in the Open Qualifier. His opponent is HuG from China. So Chaemiko should be the favorite here.
And yeah, this was the matchup that he played to qualify for the Legendary Cup against Soin in the grand final there in the best of 5. Looking strong with the 3-1 result in the end. Actually playing quite a bit of Mountain King in that matchup, if you guys remember. On Echo and on Terranas. Remember that Echo Isles game?
So crazy.
With the level 7 MK. Oh, that game was absolutely amazing. But of course, on Northern, this is not possible. Too hard to creep without water elementals, so that will be the go-to for Chaemiko here to start things off. Sending out the first footy scout. We've been seeing more and more Farseer play over the last months and such, especially from the Koreans. But not by our boy here, not by HuG from China.
Not yet, at least. Maybe he switches it up on map 2 or possibly 3. But this is tried and true Blade Master action, and Chaemiko got this confirmed. We see more and more footman harasses and scouts, right? Like, basically every human in every matchup sends out one. But okay,
yeah, especially against Orc, that's very important. You want to see that Farseer coming early, if it should be a Farseer. Of course, here, it's not the case. Not summoning the second water elemental results in a lot of damage on these militia. So he wants to hold on to the mana, rather. Jump to level 2. There we go. And ideally now keep all the peasants alive. But that's actually working out with the Blade Master not even aiming for those peasant kills. Going for the Flesh Eater here instead. And the AM is running away out of sight of the Orc, which is exactly what the human wants. He wants to be left alone. Just creep a little camp here, creep a little camp there, and little by little get towards level 3. And now for HuG, it's like impossible to find the AM on the complete opposite side of the map.
Evasion creeping, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go for the little Murlocs to get closer to level 3, but HuG is doing this on the other side as well, getting some items off of Chaemiko's side of the map. Circled already from the sharp gauntlets, also decent to have. This claw, of course, very nice. Archmage with the Wand of Mana stealing. If this goes for like a super pro move would be to deny the mana for the Windwalk and then kill the blade, but I guess that's not really possible. Or will the chances of that to happen is very unlikely. Tier 2 on the way faster for HuG.
Players' forces are under attack.
Very big tech advantage. He went for 1 borrow, no shop tech versus 6 militia creep tech.
Freudchen Versprecher.
Freudian slip, I think, is what that's called. So yeah, understandably, the AM here far ahead in experience, getting even closer now to level 3 with his green cap next to the Orc main. Blade Master level 1.5 only. This would be a big last. Let's see if we can get it. He's coming in perfectly for the timing. He could get both. There's no dust here. And that will be big experience for the Blade indeed.
And lots of duration on the Windwalk. There we go. Number 1, 2 claws as well. Hey, this Blade Master is quite a strong one.
Under attack.
Grunts coming in as well to help out. Oh, Chaemiko running into the creeps. Not slowed or bouldered. That's fine.
They were actually pulled because the Grunt walked into him.
Ah.
But yeah, no spells, so not too much damage. And there was kind of a lucky find right there of the Blade Masters at the green camp. Otherwise, this AM would basically be level 3 already. He got another item now as well, and is close to level 2. Footies across the map crept up a little bit more. AM now needs only 29 more experience. That's going to be extremely hard to deny. And then he's going to be very strong with his level 3.
Blade Master's only level 1, despite the little steal. Gets the Footman now, 1 step closer to level 2. Beastery and Totem, plus a Shadow Hunter. Very standard play. No Shaman against for an early Dispel on Water Elementals, but they're only level 1, so that should be fine. He has plenty of time with his early tech, as Chaemiko is reaching the 2nd tier only now.
And you see this last hit with the Grunts. This would be so big on the Flesh Eater, but the blade is far away, so actually the Grunts here taking quite a bit of damage themselves. Blade Master did get level 2. Took out another footy over there. And now the Shadow's coming in. Dude, HuG is suddenly turning this into a actually pretty damn solid early game.
Absolutely.
Despite, you know, his passivity for the first couple of minutes, he was able to deny level 3. Very well done.
Blade Master's leveling on the other side as well. Chaemiko is not finding much experience anymore. This is a 6-minute level 3 or so.
And almost losing another footy right there. Not quite. MK second. And double Sanctum coming in. Now the AM will finally double now. Be level 3. Still not the case. Oh my god. 1 experience away literally. Whereas the Shadow has already started his creeping. It's going to be level 2 here nice and early. Yeah, this is indeed a very nice early game for the Orc.
Maybe Chaemiko got too comfortable after the first big success he had with the creeping. Slowed it down a little. Now he has to step it up, especially with the Potion of Greater Mana on the Shadowhunter and level 2.5. Getting that Flesh Eater and the Water Elemental was big experience. So Chaemiko now, expansion or just creeping? He pulls quite a few militia. And finally got the level 3. 7 minutes in.
Actually expanding here will be very dangerous. You know the Shadow's level 2, you know Spirit Walkers with Link will be coming out. It's a big power spike for the Orc. And then against that you're investing into an expansion? That would, yeah, be, I think, a tad too bold. So the Peasants will return and he's just going into mass casters here. Wants to get up to that 50 supply and ideally creep his way to level 3 MK somehow. But there's not too many easy camps left in the vicinity.
True that. There's also not too many camps that will not be punished by the Orc. Blade Master gets the big one here once more. And the Robe of the Magi. Ay, ay, ay. That's a lot of intelligence on this Shadowhunter. Okay, Chaemiko getting at least some creeps here. Maybe with Stormbolt getting 1 or 2 grunts. He's using the Speed Scroll. Heal Wave to save it, but nice blocks. Lightning Shield is nice though. On the Footman and now into the backline. We have 2 casts already. No Dispel. So good AoE on this Blade.
Spirit Link did come in a little bit late, but coming in now it is. Grunt actually not affected by it now. So once again, Spirit Link here being late really came to cost him. He wanted to go for the heal scroll earlier as well, but the MK was able to pick that up along with the invul. Casters are still dying in the backline. This Blade Master, of course, a menace. And now level 3 for the Shadowhunter. Almost has the next heal wave ready. Has it now. Saving the Raider for a little bit longer. Big disenchant coming in against the double water elements. And another one. Takes out both these water elementals here pretty damn quick. Level 3 for the Blade Master thanks to this. Both players taking quite heavy losses. The Orc down to 37. Chaemiko at 33 supply only. But he could hold on to those 2 consumables.
Yes, that was quite important, especially the heal scroll. There's a lot of single target damage. He took out a lot of Sorks, if I saw that right, like 2 or 3. So Slow will be coming in a little later, but on the same side, he killed 1 or 2 Raiders, so there's not much Ensnare for him to use. Healing wards now on the Orc side. We go back to creeping a little. And of course, the next fight most likely at 50 supply. But that's a lot of time for HuG to mana up the Shadow, the Walkers.
Yeah. Also time though for Chaemiko to creep here a little bit more. Level 4 AM and level 3 MK would be massive level ups. He's very close to that. But going to the red camp, dangerous. And can you even do it with this kind of army? I'm not so sure. So what's the next camp that's really available? It's the spider guys, the... Always forget the name. Arachnithids. But that's kind of far out on the map as well. Of course, Blade Master has perfect information of this always. And this human army is not big yet. And once again, going for the casters. Easy kill on the Shadow Priest. Chaemiko feeling forced to TP out of this. Another expensive loss.
And on HuG's side of the map, there's still the expansion. There's still the Arachnithids and the Rat Spot. Which of course he can easily do with Ensnare.
A player's forces are
We also have a Kodo Beast here. Man, this is looking way better for HuG than I expected. But I guess Chaemiko thinks, okay, I gotta go for this red spot now. Has the first breakers in to steal the Spirit Link. Goes more breakers to establish a front line. But easy creeping now for HuG, and that's level 4 already.
And possibly another big item. Pendant of Energy is what he's hoping for.
+9, also not too shabby.
Absolutely not. Dude, this Blade Master,
A
holy
player's
moly.
forces are
Yep.
under attack.
Does pack quite the punch. I wonder if this red cap shouldn't have been, you know, scouted for better. It was pretty much the most obvious route that the human was going to take. Now the York's coming in. HuG moving over, looking to punish. Blade Master first to the front line, as so often. Big level ups were hit there on the MK on the AM for level 4 and 3. But HuG, alright, realizes can't jack there anymore, I guess, so we keep on creeping over to that
Forces
Arachnid
are
camp.
under attack.
Warsong battle drums for Chaemiko. On the casters, on the breakers, not the most effective item, of course. It's only +1 on all the units, but for the water elementals and heroes, very nice. HuG now. Oh, trying to go for an invul. Shop delay, I guess. Back, forth, back, forth. Is it in stock? Yes, no. Goes for the yield scroll instead. Yeah, more healing. Always nice. It's the second yield scroll. Plus the big mana on the Shadow Hunter, man. That's a lot of sustain on HuG.
This could be a perfect position right here for Chaemiko if he falls back into this little choke point. That's exactly what he's doing. This is not the most ideal situation / position at all for the York to fight, but HuG is feeling strong, understandably so, with his amazing inventory and strong hero levels. Militia coming from the main don't have much duration left, but they're gonna do what they can. MK with plenty of nice claps here, doing good spread damage and also delaying the damage coming out from the Orc, dropping low himself now, but there's still good inventory left to use for Chaemiko. Shadow doing his best to heal up his entire army, but units are starting to fall. First grunt down. The Raiders all dropping low as well. Again, there's no Spirit Link. I guess it could just be getting stolen. MK getting focused, but has that invul ready. And Chaemiko seems to be taking a decent fight.
Seriously, the big mana is gone. Both of the heal scrolls are gone. And his units are still starting to drop. Nice saves here on these two breakers. On the front line, another Raider is dying. Heal scroll on Chaemiko used only now, so everything is basically back to green. These claps.
That was the last clap, though. A farm in the middle of everything to block the way. That was a nice idea. Blade Master dropping low as well. There is a heal wave. That's the last heal wave, though. Blade has to run, but he's slowed down. He can't run, and he is getting taken out. It was looking so good for HuG for so long, but now with the first hero down, looking kind of desperate, perhaps. Is that what we already want to call it? Can he buy him back, perhaps? He doesn't have the money for the Tavern Revive. He's staying in here without a first hero, something that usually only Lin can make work. And now, more kills to be coming in from the Stormbolt there as well. Everything's kind of low for Chaemiko, but there are priests here to help him with the healing.
And more damage. That was the last heal wave. The Kodos, did they eat? Yes, they did. But, you know, apart from that, they don't do too much. One of them is only a water elemental. Units are falling everywhere for HuG. He's trying to get them back, but it's just impossible. Level 4 on the Mountain King. And now aiming for that Shadow Hunter. Surround. GG. Chaemiko takes map number 1.
Not too one-sided at all, though. HuG was looking to be in a good position there for long points of that game. But what we often see happening between two players of different skill levels, I think happened here again. The better player may fall behind early on due to sloppiness or luck or bad luck or even just good play, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that most crucial part of Warcraft 3, which is late game army control, the better player usually can make up for his disadvantage. And that is exactly what happened here once again.
Yeah, that's true. That fighting position was basically perfect for Chaemiko in that choke. So nice to see him fight there and face and enforcing this position. It was the perfect moment, basically, for HuG to fight. Not really the position, though. That's what happens. Czech vs. Soin is starting now as well, with Sini defeating Ice Orc in the end. 2-1.
And what happened to Homesaber, by the way?
He's out.
So he just def lost?
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So the numerical undead through to the next round in the lower bracket.
So there was 3 minutes ago, as we're on a delay, a little discussion in chat if we allow advertisement if you're a Warcraft streamer. Of course, guys, not too much, of course, but if you're a small Warcraft streamer and want to get your name out, of course you're allowed to say that you're a Warcraft streamer. We always like to see new streamers, new talents. That's what we need. And maybe one day, if you practice hard enough and if you put on a lot of effort, you'll be here with us at the Back to Warcraft universe and casting the biggest of the matches with us. So yeah, sure. We always need new talent and new blood, even in the streaming scene. We are very inclusive.
Or being casted when you're just, you know, player streamer. Who's gonna be the next European, talent to make it out? We have not had one in quite a while. Enter is actually kind of the most likely candidate. Yes, he's been around for a long time, but hasn't been in the competitive spotlight for a long either. Came up with some cool strategies, by the way, when he was playing in the MTW Legendary Cup. And soon we're going to be seeing him in offline performance as well.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be nervous in how he adjusts to the offline setting. He was like, yeah, I got to bring my mouse and keyboard and settings and stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, you should absolutely do that.
Do you know at all what he looks like?
Not really, no.
Me neither. Very curious.
I know his t-shirt size. That's about it.
4XL.
Come on. What a cliche. What a cliche of games.
I'm just kidding. Alright, game number 2. Let's go. We're on Echo Isles. The orcs, they love this map, don't they? Very good for the Blade Master. Very good for shop control as well. That first invul and heal scroll going over to Chaemiko, I think that was a big deal, helping him out there in the later stages. The MK, once again, seeming to carry the human. MK level 3, so strong, not that easy to acquire on Northern Isles, but fairly reliable, I guess. Echo Isles, that's gonna be tougher. MK perhaps can creep the Merc camp, but it's not known to be a map with plenty of... Oh my god.
Bliggity Bludge Mage.
How could we forget about that guy? Yeah. It's the month of the Blood Mage, guys.
Indeed. We have seen Sok with him. We've seen Chaemiko with him. Sok, of course, with a little more success than our Korean human here today. But seems like almost a standard in Korean human play on this map, in this matchup. So looking forward to that. That pretty much means an expansion as well.
Yes. I still feel like this is somewhat gimmicky on some maps in some matchups. For example, when Chaemiko was playing his game against the Undead... Who was it again? It was 2964. When he had the lead, he went for the Blood Mage as well on LR and got kind of demolished there and then went back to more standard play. But against Orc, it's a little different. You don't go for Flame Strike, you go for Banish normally. Starting off with Banish right here. The normal creep route, though, is to go for either the expansion or the Merc camp, and regardless of what you take, you can go for the Shadow Priest, High Priest, for a bit of extra healing. But not done here. I wonder, is he just sure that it's not going to be a Farseer? It's going to be a Blade Master instead, so perhaps he doesn't need the Shadow Priest? Just picking up the circlet here, of course, Blood Mage, as well as any other hero, benefiting from stats very well. And that was the perfect item to grab up there as well. But he is going for the Shadow Priest pull. Okay. So, delays that purchase a little, but we'll go for it in the end.
Should be fine in the end, as long as he's not going from green to Mercamp to expansion. That would take forever, but no. That way, he just gets the Shadow Priest. Banish again on the Ogre, not level 2 for the Siphon. But expansion should come up. Blade Master is right around the corner though, but there's plenty of Banish to use.
But he should get it, right? Oh, it's close. He gets it.
Alright, that was big. No Siphon.
Yeah. Taking out the Shadow Priest here would also be very good, but the peasants are guarding him. He's got 5 bodyguards right here. But they're not the most beefy, actually.
Increases the healing, of course, if you are banished, and the Shadow Priest applies healing to you. So it's an easy repair, basically. So expansion now. What is HuG's plan? Again, Tier 2 tech on the rise. 60% done already. But thus far, what can the Blade Master do now? Against Banish, not too much. I mean, it would have been it would be harder, or even harder, if there would be Siphon. But it isn't.
How quick with the Banish?
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
That's gonna soak up a lot of mana from the Blood Mage.
Yeah, absolutely. Banish, you can spam it like crazy, more than any other spell, if you have the mana. But Blood Mage only really later into the game becomes that mana monster. The Blade Master! Cutting it close. Want to go heal self into Windwalk here. And does manage to get that. But I think he only killed one peasant, right?
Yeah, that's it. So this expo isn't too much delayed. I wonder how HuG will react, like Mass Wyvern or Mass Raiders or counter expansion. It's a Shadow Hunter
Players'
for
forces
sure.
are under attack.
Yeah, I think you could just counter expand, couldn't you?
I think so too. Like,
Go for some tier 2 units, you know. Raider, Walker, and then Expo behind. It should take a long time until Chaemiko is really in fighting shape.
Thank you very much, Tobias, for the 100 bits. Not much, but keep up the good work, boys. Thank you very much, man. And the Chaemiko has subbed as well.
Oh my god, look at the middle of the map.
Oh, Proxy Beastery. That's something I think I've never seen before.
Yeah, me neither.
Pocket strats.
Yeah, some ahead planning went into this. He was like, okay, I'm gonna hit tier 2 and then I'm gonna Wind Rider all in him. And I'm gonna send peons into the middle ahead of time and have it closer. This is super all in though.
Yep. So it must be Wyvern, right?
Yeah.
Can he steal the knife?
Can't get the last hit.
Form of experience, level 2 for him. Good banish here to prevent the last hit.
Chaemiko needs to get towers up though. He's got the lumber mill already. One guard is coming up in the main. And now going for one at the expansion. Is that too late? Bestiary is about to finish.
Yeah, Wyvern number 1 coming. Does he have a lumber mill even? Yes, he does. Tier 2 tech just started. It's gonna be a tough hold for Chaemiko.
Yeah, this late, he's still not finishing the tower. Dude, tower please. What's he doing? Oh, this was really greedy. Like, also, if this tower had been earlier, also one tower is very greedy.
Yeah.
Now he's going for more. And the first two Wind Riders, they're basically here already.
Okay.
He can cancel this tower super easy.
If the shop falls, it's also big. Like, no region anymore.
But then again, he can banish one of the Wind Riders.
Yeah.
He can banish both, actually. Oh, I forgot about that.
There's no cooldown. True.
Yeah, he can banish them instantly. Okay, never mind, Chaemiko, you're so smart. You don't have to go for towers early.
Well, 1 is fine, I guess. He's going for 2 now.
Wind Riders, though, going into the main.
There's 1 tower.
Yeah, there's 1 tower. Not protecting all the peasants in the south, though. Have to go to the other side.
A player's forces are under attack.
That means he can't do much about the expansion at the moment. Blade Master has no mana. Shadow Hunter is full nonetheless. Oh, no mana and surrounded. Does he have the damage though? Will he fight out? Oh, looks good. Looks really good. Looks like a dead Blade Master to me. That was
kind
easy.
of cool that he hexes him to prevent the experience.
Yeah.
But still a dead first hero.
3 Wyvern now, but 1 is super hurt.
A player's forces
He's
are under
basically
attack.
achieving nothing.
No. He's canceling 1 tower in the main. Does he have the firepower to take out the guard? Probably not. There's like a million peasants surrounding it.
At least he gets mining time. Archmage second.
Yeah, Water Element is going to be very helpful against these Wind Riders here as well. And Blacksmith is done, so now you can go into rifles. They are starting to come out. Hex on to the Blood Mage, but with no Blade Master here, the damage follow-up isn't really too scary. He's trying to bust the tower. So much repair though.
What? He's tanking with the Shadow Hunter. Was a little bit of a miss micro by Chaemiko. Oh, nice. Banish and damage coming. 1 Wyvern down. So
Bench
nice.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Like you have your calculation in your head, you know, feeling-wise, for how much damage you're gonna have with this army, and suddenly 2 of them get banished, and suddenly all of that calculation's out the window. This is pretty cool, man. I like this. And now there's an AM. There's gonna be... I thought more rifles, but actually he's going for a defend. This main is extremely safe. 140 continues to scout over at the natural, but still not crept up. And
well,
boy, oh boy, is HuG in trouble.
He wasn't really scouting, I guess. He was just trying to get into the main, and the Blade Master was there. And the Blade Master chased him. But yeah, he sees no counter expansion. We also have 1,800 gold on Chaemiko's side, but low lumber, the typical human Echo Alt problem. Thank you, Max Communism, for the Prime sub. Lumber mill coming only now. Second barracks.
The footy run by. So smart.
Yeah.
This is how Chaemiko won one game versus Soen, remember? Northern Isles?
Ooh.
That was him, right?
Not taking the fights. Yes, that was him.
Yeah, oh no, that was the first map. Delaying, going for the expo. Annoying run-bys. Chaemiko here in prime position to win this game, and with that move on to the next group stage.
Same for Joshishi, by the way, who won his first game against Suns. Also one step away. Blade Master level 2 now. Damage is good, but for how much longer? Hex against the Blood Mage to prevent the banish. One volley on the Water Elementals, they are not worth too much. So will the pure damage handle this?
Actually, he's finding some good kills here. Can he go for the towers now? Mass repair coming in, perhaps a little bit late. Whereas the Blood Mage with the bandage, he's too far away, and he's actually breaching the main.
Okay.
There's an opening now.
Almost no anti-air anymore. Speed scroll, Siphon Man on the Shadow Hunter, and oh, nice bandage save, but for how long? Blood Mage next to the table, one gunner trying to get rid of those Wyvern. And gets it.
Alright, these Windriders are getting quite a bit done in the main, but at the same time the Footmen have completely wrecked the economy in the Orc main.
So many corpses there. Jesus.
TP out from Chaemiko. This is what we call a tactical retreat. They'll be coming back here soon enough with some more peasants and more healing or something. Second barracks in the south as well. He has double barracks rifle production now. These Windriders need to get a lot done before their super hard counter is going to be here in mass.
They are trying to wreck this barracks, but yeah, the combo will be so good. We're gonna have slow and rifle damage. Ooh, the Shadow Hunter is taking quite a bit of damage here. A little bit of experience, of course, but it's super fine for Chaemiko. Like, he disrupted the mining in the main of the Orc. So basically no income for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
he killed
the Orc is
Burrow
supply
by
stuff.
blocking
Yeah,
in.
yeah, that's even better. So mass Wyvern were strong, but you don't get more mass here.
And the Windriders are abusing the forest now, staying above it and, you know, poking in and out a little bit. But Chaemiko could easily go for a workshop. Well, not too easily, I guess. He's low lumber here still. But he's getting towers up again. He's got a good number of rifles now. Priest to heal him up as well. He's finally got the aura for the AM. Doesn't want to lose the barracks though.
Melody advances to the lower bracket final, by the way. Just defeated his opponent 2-1.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter coming in with the Blade Master. Can he find so many kills as he was able to previously? It's not going to be that easy now with the Windriders so hurt and so many rifles on the field at the same time. Heal wave coming in, but only level 1.
Yeah, and only one. Like, there's no mana. Like, for one more, but no clarity on his side as well.
Oh, he's diving in for the towers. He's going to get those cancels very easily with all that piercing damage. Costs him 1 Windrider though.
A player's forces are
Oh, 2 even.
Yeah.
Okay, that was expensive.
Well, he's not supply stuck anymore. But now the slow is coming. First he went into Priests for a little more sustain. That slow is gonna hurt him.
Yep. Oh, takes it out quickly though. Okay.
He's seriously has lumber issues, man. So many workers falling to this. But GG. That was too much. The all-in didn't work. And with that, Chaemiko is in the second group stage. Easy 2-0.
Well done by him. Continuing his strong shape here, Chaemiko was of course the big favorite in Group D. But who's going to be the second player? That's perhaps going to be a little more interesting. It's going to be between HuG and 2964, the Undead, down in the lower bracket next.
Indeed, it might be one of our last games today, but no, we have plenty of time. This group, we're just racing through this group, so we'll see after we're finished here what else we have left. I think it's time for WFZ versus Fast to start as well. And So-In versus Czech in Group B, so there should be plenty of games after the next one. We will continue with Group D. We will get the second decision in Group D. Who's going to follow Chaemiko, HuG or 2964? Stay tuned.